Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Mikko from Leverage.
Hi, I'm Tuomas. Same band. Well, we started this long time ago, early 2000s, and in the beginning, actually, it was I was writing songs and working with Torsti, our former other guitarist, and Kimmo was supposed to be the singer for the band at that time already, but he was very busy with everything he did, and I just met Pekka Heino by accident, which happened to play in the same party. I had never known him before, and we kind of got friends there, and then one thing led to another, and he wound up being the singer for us for the long period. And then after our third album, I would say in 2010, things kind of slowed down. It's like we had made 3 albums and we had all kinds of things, you know, like the record company deal we had at that time wasn't great, and somehow I felt we had lost focus, and that led to us not playing together and not playing any gigs, and then really with no plan for further albums or anything. So somewhere during that time, we are working in the same place. He's teaching the guitar in the same place I do, and we started talking with Mikko that let's write some music just for the hell of it. And obviously Kimmo is a longtime friend of mine, so I was like, my first choice would be, okay, let's make some heavy metal songs and then have Kimmo sing on them. And it was just supposed to be for the fun of it. But you know, right from the get-go, I kind of felt that there's something here that is pretty cool. And also working with kind of musician that Mikko is at the, you know, he comes from a little bit of different branch of heavy rock than I do, and I felt that we made a great mix right from the get-go. So that's also one thing leading to another. And then we had a song. We made it last fall, Red Moon over Sonora, and when we had finished it, we started thinking about how we're going to go out about it, how we're going to go about it. You know, are we going to release it as a new band or whatever? And then we started thinking about it. Why shouldn't we, you know, call it Leverage? Because these are the people we're working with right now. The other guys are the same, basically. We had to change bass players like 10 years ago already for health reasons, but. You know, it's just, at the end of the day, here we are, it's Leverage. We got 2 new members in the band, and, you know, I couldn't be happier about it. I think people were, we released Red Moon without any kind of contract or anything, you know, it was just, we released it. And Valtteri, our drummer, did a real good job with the lyric video, and it looked like an official release, but we were not signed, so it was totally independent. And well, the reaction was great in the sense that the 24 hours after we had put it out, I had been contacted by 2 record companies that wanted to start working with us, and we started negotiating there, and then a month later we signed with Frontiers, which is very good for us. And as far as, of course, people are gonna have their opinions. You know, it's natural. It's like when it comes to the lead singer, I don't know. It's like, you know, like us being guitar players. You know, it's like obviously, you know, he's got a good name for himself. He's a fantastic player, and you know that's all good for the band to have a guy like him in there. But the singer is always like the soul of the band. So obviously, it's gonna divide opinions. And in my books also, it's like Kimmo and Pekka, excuse me, like, you know, they're 2 totally different persons. It's like there's similarities in the style they sing. They both got you know, the same type of range, and they can sing same songs, but they still sound different. And now when we're working with Kimmo, it's like I hear his voice. Like I've been hearing for better part of last 20 years, because, you know, we've been writing songs for other people, and, you know, I've always worked with him, and I've been working with Pekka a long time. So now when we write new songs, I hear Kimmo's voice in my head, and some people like it better, some people like it works. So it's all music, you know. Like it's a matter of taste. So I, you know, I have to say this. It's like, you know, when you've done this long, it's like you really need to focus on writing music that you like yourself. And then if somebody else likes it, cool. But if they don't, you know, you can't try to please people with, you know, like trying to go this way or that way. You need to do what you feel is right. And I think we are really on the right path. It's already on the EP, it's already on Red Moon, it's already on Wheels from Hell. It's on the EP songs, and now especially since we've been working for a few more months together, I think we're finding the direction that you know, is good for us musically. And then what happens after that, you know, it's up to the people to decide, right? Well, it's same but different, you know, in a way that we've been working like of the 4 songs. Wheels from Hell and Unicorn are songs that we totally wrote together with Mikko. So we would sit down and we would kind of think about a story. This is a good part of it, is that you know, when we sit down, we are thinking about what's going to be the theme of the song. What's the song's going to be about? Even though we don't have any lyrics or anything like that, but it's going to be like, you know, what's going to be the musical mood of it. So, and that's I think that's been a great thing. It's like, you know, we sit down and with, for instance, Wheels from Hell, we sat down and we're gonna write a song about it, basically like Hell's Angels or a motorcycle gang or a herd of pagans in the ancient history, whatever that's going to roll over anything. Right? And the music has to reflect that. So we wrote the song and, you know, and put it together, and then, you know, the lyrics kind of, you know, would fit into that. And same with Unicorn, it's got a different story to it, and that's going to remain, I think, until Monday. It's going to be, you know, then you listen to it and read the lyrics, and you know. And the other 2 songs are different in the sense that I've written them myself totally. And Dead Man's Hand, that's going to be, I guess, a single release, is very much a traditional leverage song in a lot of ways, and it's got a little bit of a grim story to it also. And then Children of Skyfall is a new song. So it's like I wrote it the music maybe like a year ago, and then I actually rewrote it a little bit for Kimmo to sing, since we had made up our mind how we're going to go about this. So there's all kinds of things in there, and I think the EP covers a lot of ground musically. It's like there's a lot of range, and it's going to stay that way because we've always been like that. You know, if you listen to our previous albums, it's going to be like, you know, it's not, you know, one formula thing. We like to keep it pretty wide, and, you know, we're going to widen that spectrum for the album definitely, and you're going to already hear that on the EP. Yeah, definitely. When the album is going to be out, and it's like this is the, you know, the reality of things is that since we are all, you know, very much grown-ups, and then also half of us work with music professionally, so we have other duties, other responsibilities to take care of. So now I guess anything you do with music these days is like, you know, it's periodic. It's like right now we're working on the album, and it's, you know, we're gonna have our hands full up until end of October, and then I'm hoping that during the time that the record company is preparing the release, also our booking agency is going to work towards getting us signed for gigs, starting from the date when the album is released. Hopefully we get to do a tour. We just emailed about this yesterday, and so, you know, things most likely start rolling. I would very much like to play as many festivals next year as possible, and we talked with the public relationship guy of the Frontiers, and he was saying that you know, with the album we should be working already, like, you know, we should cover our work from the release all the way to the end of 2020. Try to create a schedule for that, but then I know he's going to be gone for other things. Kimmo's going to be gone, or both of us, Kimmo and me, might be gone together in some other things that are not original music, and then people have their lives. So anyway you look at it, it's like, you know, most likely there's going to be leverage gigs, and, you know, this time of the year, and maybe again this time of the year, and so forth, but nothing in between, and that's just the way it goes. was great.
It was great. Yeah. It was well. I think for the old and new members, it was a bit different because everyone was very excited and maybe a bit nervous as well, but mostly it was just good excitement and I think we had been waiting for a long time to get to play together and it was a great festival also. So everything was arranged so well and the mood was very good and we had a great feeling about it already in advance. So I was I was pretty happy and excited. Don't know about the playing, but the feeling matters. Well, I read one review and that was pretty positive. So, well, that's nice. But of course, it matters. I mean, we know how we did ourselves, and considering it was the first gig, because you only learn to play gigs by playing gigs. So it's we had to try out some new things and sort of get our stage chemistry going, and that's just something that you can't practice at the rehearsals or anything like that. You just have to play more and more gigs, and I think all things considered, we can be pretty happy with that gig, and let's just play a lot more of them. So. There are the recognizable, mannerisms and tools from both of us as songwriters, but as a whole, the songs are, quite different and I think quite fresh in a positive way, definitely, than what we have done. Either of us have done earlier.
I agree. I think that when we started working together, it's like it was interesting to see how how he would go about things, and and I was like, what was that? And then maybe a little bit same on the other way around also is that, and then Kimmo he's going to be the voice anyway. So I think we have a clearer picture of how he's going to be part of this music. Because he's definitely a very versatile singer, so he can do a lot of things. But he really wants to express himself in a certain way, being a member of Leverage. So I have to respect that too. And the way I see it is that the new stuff is going to have like Mikko said, it's going to have some new ground. It's going to have some new elements. That is a combination of new people. That is a combination of time. It's been 10 years actually now since I wrote. Say Wolf on the Moon. So it's been 10 years, damn it, So you change in 10 years. You change what you how you feel about things. You change the way you write a little bit. You might have found something new on the way, like I think has happened here, and some of those things are going to be there. And if anything, I think if you listen to Circus Colossus, the third album, I think it's pretty much the same from the get-go to the end. It's like it's a tight package. It's like nothing wrong with it, but it's like it doesn't have a lot of variety to it. It's like the same type of sound, the same type of music all the way through. You either like it or not. But I think this time we will draw a wider palette. I'm sure about this, and also. I think the darkest moments will be darker than ever, and the brightest moments will be brighter than ever. So there's going to be a lot more, and it has to do with the way Kimmo sings. Also, it's like Pekka is a storyteller. He's the Bruce Springsteen of Finland, I would say. He's outstanding, unbelievably good. So you give him a story, and he tells it, and people start crying, right? But then Kimmo is more like he draws images. When the way he sings, it's like he can take you to a place for 4 or 5 seconds and then bring you back and take you to another place. And we have to respect this also. when we write songs. So, and that helps. That helps to put, you know, something here, something there, something there. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to this project, like, you know, making the album ready and you know, like making all this I'm talking about, making it reality, because it will happen. You know, I guarantee you, it's gonna be a killer album.
And yeah, I have to say that I think the other band members have really liked the songs when they've heard the first demos that, you know, we have
Yeah.
we have done it. That they've been surprised also sometimes. And, but
those guys are so solid.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about them, but you know, like I'm so thankful. You know, and I have to say this. It's like, you know, I'm so thankful to you know, to have the opportunity at this stage of my life to have the opportunity to work with this kind of guys. You know, unbelievable good musicians and a solid group of guys that we've been working together with for a long time. That they're still there. Valtteri and Marco and Sami, you know, they're great players and great people. So it's a great group of guys. It really is.
I have felt very welcome in the band. It's been like, you know, it's been like a very warm feeling from the beginning. So it feels really good to be in Leverage. Hopefully, also after a year or so.
Well, you know, thanks for having us. It was a pleasure. And to all you guys watching this, maybe it's like, you know, go check out our new EP and hopefully see you guys out there someday.
Yeah, come and see the shows and get the music. Hopefully, you know, please buy it. But if you want to do the old school pirate kind of way, then I can't stop you.